Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another episode of our 7th Sea Chronicle. I am the Ragnos Archon, and I'll be your storyteller this evening. Last, we left off with our band of heroes. We opened up with them questioning the survivor, a young woman named Rosalia, that was a little bit mouthy to the group, which ended up in a very bad situation for her, as one of our heroes actually earned a point of corruption for taking a otherwise non-heroic action, but they did learn that their leader Mateo had a list with Carlos's name on it, as well as Ignacio's and some others that had been crossed off, and a couple that had not been crossed off. They did find a ceramic mask with the initials AO, which led Carlos to believe that it belonged to Alessandra Hombre, a foil from his past. She also revealed that they were given a vial of some kind of liquid by the Vesten Church so they could root out who was attached to monsters, who had connections to monsters, and when they tried it for themselves, Carlos and Freki got to see some very odd things. We pushed forward as they discussed what to do with El Comandante, who is someone that was named by Rosalia, with the truth that they pulled from Mateo's dead body. They learned that he was a member of Los Vagabundos, which is a group that stands against the Inquisition and what they're doing in Castille. We had a nice moment where May tried to release her family from whatever was holding them to her as like a fetter, but unfortunately the wolf that has been hunting her and her line actually did not release them so easily. But we left off with our group arriving in Starkbrunn, which is as dreary as you would imagine an Eisen city to be. It is overcast when you arrive, light gray, chill runs through the street. And you can see that there are some children playing in the side streets, but there's no laughter. There's no exuberance. It's just almost what's expected of them. Like they're just killing time, basically. But as you make your way through the city, are you looking for somewhere to rest up for the day, or do you want to keep pushing forward?
It's rainy, it's dreary, I want a warm bed.
I'm trying to see where Freki wants to find. I know this is gonna sound very off, but
Do it.
A shaman.
A shaman.
Vesten shaman.
Okay.
And so I know that in the previous places we've been to, there may have been one. I don't know if there would be one in this area.
Okay, so that'll be your focus for the first half of the day.
Yeah, it's one of those things that came to mind after what was described to me on the way over here. So,
yeah, you're pulling into Starkbrunn just shy of lunchtime, so you've got a good portion of time where you don't have to worry about lodgings just yet. You've got the majority of the day still ahead of you.
Well, if you both don't mind, I'm actually wanting to see if I can find a shaman, a spiritual person that I can speak to, given what I saw and what you guys have described to me. I feel like this is something I need to do.
I'll find a place to put up the horses and dress them down for the day.
I'll take Horsey with me. I'll take Pokey with me. Don't worry, he'll be fine.
What an old
Like, I'm not gonna.
horse.
I don't even ride him. I don't even ride Horsey. I just have him next to me.
He would probably die under your weight.
Yeah. So I could probably carry him and then just start walking towards.
Yeah. Well, what's May gonna be doing?
With the revelation of everything that's happened to her right now, she's really kind of lost.
Okay.
So she's just going to let herself wander the city because why not? Clear her head.
Oh.
Walking does that.
Yep.
I hope.
Okay. So, as Carlos finds himself in front of a establishment that has what looks to be a rather rotund pig on top of a keg, there is a bit of noise coming from inside. It sounds like music. There's some laughter. You can hear the clinking of silverware, and it smells of sausage and mashed potatoes, heartiness.
My stomach is.
Yeah, but you can also see that there's a stable next to it.
I go over to the stable.
Yep.
And I'm taking our wagon, our nice new wagon. I'm taking our wagon over. Yeah.
Yeah. The young woman sees you coming up, and she immediately stands at attention. Would you like a lodging for the 2 horses, my lord?
Yes, please, and a place I could put the carriage. I put the wagon.
Of course. I will lead them around the side.
Sombra likes pets. There's a few apples in the bag. Give it to him. And
excellent.
I haven't. What color is the other horse?
You told me.
He's a pretty light brown.
Mm-hmm.
So it's Sombra. Sombra y mañana.
Okay.
So mañana give him an apple as well.
Of course. And she does lead them around the side of the establishment.
Mm-hmm. When I hand over Sombra, I'm like, it's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. Calmate.
Yeah.
Because I know the way he is.
There is something about her countenance that doesn't rile him up like he normally would have. He's very calm, and just willingly kind of follows her, even without the production of an apple. And as you're about to go in, you can
Traitor.
You feel.
I go. Traitor.
You feel the door push against you as somebody's coming out, and you'll hear somebody, "Oh, forgive me," and they move to the side to let you into the establishment.
Con permiso. Gracias. What are they? What do they look like?
Older gentlemen, well-to-do, almost looks like they're merchants. But you see that they nod to you as you come in, and then they continue their conversation as they're leaving, and you hear them grumbling about having to go to Fischler.
Fischler?
Fischler, sorry.
Fischler. Okay, that's the name I'm going to ask about when I'm inside.
Yeah.
I'll go inside and secure the arms for us. I'll take care of it now.
Yep.
I say that we're going to need 3 rooms. One of them, if it has a window looking to the outside, it'll be even better. Yes. And if they're close to each other, even better.
Of course. Would you like to join us for lunch, or would you like to go to your room?
I'm starving.
Excellent. And you hear that there's 3 people on a makeshift stage. There's a violinist, a small kind of drummer on a cajon, and a instrument that you haven't seen before that looks like a miniature piano with a handle that the player seems to be going back and forth with.
I am fascinated.
It's a hurdy-gurdy.
A
I was
hurdy-gurdy.
about to
No,
say
but
a hurdy-gurdy.
my character
Yeah.
is fascinated.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah. And it complements the violin so well.
Cool. Well, I have my guitar with me, but I'm not going to whip it out because that would be rude in the middle of a performance.
Yeah.
And I just order lunch, sit down, and watch.
Okay. And as the sausage and mashed potatoes comes out with a not a flight, but definitely 2 different small kind of half pints. One is an amber color, the other is a dark kind of stout. But the older gentleman who brings out the fruit is like, I did not think to ask you what you preferred, so I brought you one of each of our 2 seasonals.
A perfect host. Thank you.
Of course. And he goes back behind the counter. On the other side of the city, we find May coming up on a park. What's a sight that catches your attention, that pulls you towards it?
The calmness, the peace. The kids are playing on the peripheral, but they're letting, people just sit and relax and enjoy the day. She might just walk over and sit on the bench for a moment.
There's an older gentleman, a few benches down, reading a book. Kind of reminds you of Bertold. This guy has a full beard, though. Long hair. A little more disheveled than Bertold. He's more trim and proper. And this is a man that looks like he's enjoying his retirement.
She'll just be amused and glad somebody's enjoying old age.
Oh, no.
That wasn't me.
No, it was not. Hey.
There he is.
Look who came back.
Huzzah.
Did you come back?
You
Yes, I
should come
did.
back.
I'm here.
Yeah, you
I'm
did.
here. I'm here.
There you are.
I'm here now.
Yeah, look at you. Yeah,
Huzzah.
so bored with the park scene. You have to leave.
Damn.
Like, now I don't want any of this.
It only happened. It was only a few seconds ago. Jesus.
So, but you'll see that there's a cart that comes up. It looks like it's heavily guarded. There's like at least 6 sellswords protecting it. There's a driver. You can see some activity inside the covering. And as they're riding past the park, you see them heading towards the north gate. And not even 10 minutes later, you see them coming back.
She'll watch this amused, not sure what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
She'll actually listen to see if anyone's saying anything.
There's complaining. There is the main complaint is no one let them know that there was a traveling papers necessary to go north.
Do we have to go north?
You do.
Good to know. We have to get traveling papers. Okay.
Nope. But yeah, there's more than a couple of them that are upset. And there's a mention of Fischler.
Is any of the cell sorts kind of straggling?
Not really. They all have the look of Eisen army, infantry.
Mm-hmm.
There's something about all of them that gives you the feeling that they're survivors of the Third War.
Any of them she might recognize, being that her father was a general and her husband was a colonel.
You know what? Sure. Who is it?
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Sure, let's just.
You want to play the game?
Yeah.
I mean, apparently I'm here for this.
Welcome to the Thunderdome.
You're not wrong. Let's do. Sorry, give me a second. I'm doing random German names
Yeah, go ahead.
for 100.
You don't have a list of German names ready to go, bro?
Sadly enough, no.
Jesus.
Gustav.
I'll make an easy one for
Sturmer,
you,
bro.
I got you already.
All right.
Gerhold.
Gerhold. Okay.
And Hans.
Gerhold and
No.
Hans.
She won't shout, but she'll get up from her bench and kind of walk closer to the street. She looks like the last time they saw her, and she will give them a wave and see if they will come over.
There's a moment where he does a double take. It looks like he was locked into the task at hand. And he'll rush up to the head of the wagon. And there's an exchange, and they nod, and he comes rushing over to you. And you'll see that he'll pull his cloak forward to cover his weaponry. But he'll come up to you, smile on his face, and this unsure vibe of how to greet you. But he snaps his heels together. Adelaide, it's good to see you again. It's been some time.
I know. How are you doing? And she'll gently take his hand and you kind of give it like a squeeze. Be polite, but they still have rapport with each other.
Yeah. And he smiles.
What is going on?
I have found myself recruited for protection. Since the war has finished, I find myself with some new tics that require me to release my frustrations, as it were.
Understood.
On this work.
What happened? I'm not questioning. I know your honor is always impeccable. What is going on with here? You were going that way. Now you're coming back. What has happened?
Our employer must find lodgings for the evening. It turns out that the Iron Prince has decreed recently that no one needs to travel north without some traveling papers. So
how does one get traveling papers?
You must go to Fischler, unfortunately, and request them from him personally.
Just to go up north? That seems very crazy.
Unfortunately, from what I understood of the guards at the north gate, is a prince in the north in Heinzel recently, and he lowers his voice. There was an altercation between the two of them at the court recently. This is retaliation.
Politics.
At least he did not increase any tariffs on the people.
This is true. Understood. Yeah. That would be very bad, actually.
That would never work.
Well, not in this economy. Well, I'm at least I'm glad to see that you and others are at least getting some work. I did go back to the home. If you do ever want to write, by all means, you know where I live.
Of course. I
will definitely write back when I get the chance.
I have unfortunately spent more time here in the north There's more work here for someone like myself with my skills. In the south, things have become more calm. The buffer that Castille has become against Montaigne has been felt more down there than up here.
Yeah. Yeah, I understand that totally. But I'm just glad that you're doing well and you look so good. I haven't seen you look like this in a long time.
He slaps his belly. He's like, "It's you are seeing the armor more than the form."
And that's when you say thank you.
Oh, thank you.
I was being polite and kind. You've always been good to my family, so, you know.
You still have no idea how to take compliments. I apologize.
That's where you just smile and say thank you.
I understand.
But remember that. All
But
right, well,
why are you here?
Going north.
Your homestead is in the south.
Yeah, it is in the south. I'm traveling with some people. Apparently, we had heard some rumors in the north, so we were going to go up there and investigate it to find what's going on.
What rumors have you heard? Might be able to corroborate or dismiss them entirely.
Oh, well, we heard that it was easier for different work, as well as some Junie's trying to remember, but is in a haze of things. So insert plot line here. Sorry, love you all. There's also I have a couple of companions that wanted to actually see the north too. They're not from here, so why not?
I understand. Work is plentiful up north. The Iron Prince of Heinzel is always looking for able-bodied.
Able-bodied for what? What's he doing? What is he trying to pull?
Oh, he is. He is preparing as he's always had. It has been a gift for him to control the majority of the iron mines in Eisen. So, as you can see,
He's not going to try
and what?
He's not going to try and give away that ore, is he?
No.
Oh.
Yeah, out of all the Iron Princes, he is not the one that people will get behind.
Right, they're trying to go for uniting all the Iron Princes and becoming emperor?
Not him, no. He's grown too plump in his position. I do not think that he would enjoy having everyone under his thumb, as it were. If you find yourself with traveling papers, you will see Heinzel is different from, and he motions to everything around him.
How different? How bad is it? Or how good is it?
Have you not been?
Never went up that nor.
It is almost like a storybook.
How is he with non-Eisen people?
I wouldn't know. I can
But
assume that he is not a monster.
Well, now that we have to make papers.
That's not his doing. That is, unfortunately, Iron Prince Fischler's doing.
Ah. So we have to go to Fischler to see the Iron Prince of Fischler to get the papers to go to.
Och Fischler, yes. Is a chronic wreck.
I bet. This is going to be annoying. And this is going to ruin commerce for a bit.
It will, I think.
Just when we're getting back on our feet, somebody has to do stupid things. I'm not a fan of this. Why can't we elect our leaders? Oh, maybe we get first in this.
I don't know. That's, from what I have heard, it is a contingent that is going to help with the economy, since he is on the verge of declaring a no fishing season for the lake.
Oh no.
So to lose wealth from one side, he must gain it from something else. I don't excuse
isn't-
his actions. I just, if that is true, as in I understand what he is doing.
Yes, well, you know how the people like their fish and they're going to revolt.
Also, I don't have to pay for my papers. That's my employer's doing. And he kind of smiles at you.
How much are the papers?
No, I don't know. It's not my concern.
I thought you knew everything.
That was different to me.
Still you're different in a way. You're hiding your true self.
I don't know what that means.
Walls, my friend. We all have walls around each other now, since things have changed.
I must get back to my entourage. Are you well?
It's good to
Do you
see you.
need anything?
It was good to see you, and you have made my day. Thank you. She'll give him another squeeze on his hand.
You mine. Be well, Adelaide.
You too.
And as he rushes off, we'll follow that same movement as somebody rushes past Frecky. You found yourself in what can only be described as the better part of Starkbrunn. This
Quote unquote.
has
better part.
color. There's color among the buildings. There's the actual sound of children laughing. And you can see that most of the people here, at least along this main thoroughfare that you're walking, don't look Eisen. They don't have that brokenness about them. It doesn't look like they're carrying the weight of, like, the monsters outside the gates.
As far as the people, since you're saying they don't have the mannerisms, nor do they look like Eisen. What I am trying to look for, considering what I've known in as far as when it comes to shaman, I would find them either in a place that is highly spiritual, whether it's still, considering we're in Eisen, there could just be a rundown cathedral or a broken down cathedral or a sacred spot here in this city where people come to for worship or at least to pray, and that's usually where I would find, or if there is one here.
There isn't an empty cathedral. There is a Vesten church in the town, but out here you'll notice that there is a kind of park where it looks from a distance like a statue is sitting at the heart of it. But when you get closer, it looks like a tree that was struck by lightning. It's burnt black through and through. And there is a circle of flowers and mushrooms that come out maybe 2 feet away from it. And you can see that there are stones to sit down. There is a bench outside of the park itself. The park is maybe 15 by 15. It's just the kind of chair, the rocks have been set there so people can go and sit down, but it's mostly just the husk of this tree and the circle of vegetation.
And the actual circle looks of flowers and vegetation looks undisturbed, right?
completely.
Okay, so this was intentional.
Yeah.
So
And
yeah, so go ahead.
there's a young woman who does not look Eisen at all. She's got blonde hair, these blue eyes that you find her kind of shielding herself from the bit of light that does come through the clouds. Excuse me, but she is. It looks like she's doing a charcoal representation of the tree on like a drawing pad.
I'll walk up and I'll walk up with my hands clasped in front of me
Mhm.
to show that there's nothing I'm holding,
Yep.
and I'll just walk up next to her, try not to disturb her in this moment.
Mhm.
Can I see if there's any ribbon or stone, anything in her hair, possibly like that she did like tendrils of stones, or if possibly that she's wearing something that could have some kind of ruin on it, whether or not I know that it's from that I'm familiar with or not?
There's nothing runic about her dressing or her accoutrement, but she does have the side of her hair is pulled back into a braid that falls into the rest of her ponytail.
Does it look
It
like
looks
that? Does it
Vesten,
look? Mm-hmm.
but
I'll
she's too
just
small for a Vesten woman.
yeah. And I imagine, is she like in the middle of creating this design, or she's just like? Does it look like she's been at this for a while?
It looks like she's been at it for a while. It looks like she is just laboring over the details.
My apologies. I don't mean to be disruptive.
She looks up at you.
I'm new to town, just passing through, and decided to come here. And when I saw this, this vestige, I guess is the way I could best describe it. It called to me, and you're here, so I'm wondering if this is your work. And I start motioning towards the circle of flowers and foliage.
No, no. I would never tempt the fair folk with an insinuation that I would demand their presence. No. Are you not familiar with the Fey folk?
A little bit. If it's anything like the spirits that I've grown up with. Oh, forgive me. My name is Freki Broadside, and I put out my hand.
No. And she wipes her hand on the apron that she's wearing, and you just see it all black. Just a black streak. Her hand is still black when she holds it out to you. Marigold from Innismore.
Innismore. What city is that from?
Not a city, my friend. It's an island. It's part of the Glamour Isles. Have you never been?
Yeah, I would imagine, considering being on a ship, I might have run into this or passed through here.
Yeah, you've never set foot on it because a lot of your business would have led you to Avalon more than anything. Innismore and the Highland Marshes are more for people that stop at Avalon and then find their way over there. It's rare to have trade go directly there. Avalon has a kind of stranglehold on where the trade goes after it gets there. You know, the Queen, in all her knowledge, knows what's best for the islands.
Quite. I have passed through those islands in the Highland Marshes, but I've never had the fortune of actually stepping foot on its soil. What brings you all the way from the Highland Marshes to here?
Traveling. I unfortunately have recently accepted a position that I did not understand fully at the moment, that I agreed to it, and now I must find my way north, unfortunately. So I don't do well with ships, and so I booked passage from Avalon to here, and now I am taking my time traveling north.
Well,
are you a Surin or a Vesten? I don't mean to be rude, but you definitely don't look like an Eisen man.
no, of course not. I don't want to take. In my head, I'm trying to take offense that she said that I was something else besides Vesten. I was like, okay.
Nope.
No, I am Vesten, through and through, actually.
No, excellent.
And that's what caught my eye, considering that I see here what looks to be a display of power and destruction, surrounded by growth and rebirth. So
you are an astute gentleman.
I've been reading lately, so I've gotten more vocabulary since.
Good for you.
Yeah, I do want to ask, considering this place you were drawn to this place. Are you sensitive with the ways of the spirit, as far as the spiritual?
I have become more and more sensitive since accepting the mantle that was passed down to me.
If you don't mind me being too bold, what is this mantle that was thrusted upon you?
I forget that not everyone knows how the Glamour Isles produce their sorcery. I was visited by a hero of the ancient world, and I was tasked with continuing their work.
Have you ever communicated with spirits?
Only is the one that made themselves known to me. We don't have the same perception of spirits in Avalon as the rest of the world.
I see.
There are ghost stories. Don't misunderstand me, but we don't dwell on the dead, as it were.
But yet you're here on this site, which essentially, granted, it's not human, but this is a site of death. And
if you are seeing the death, then you are not seeing the truth of the place. And you see her pull out little, like a cylindrical square of a treat, like a little candy. And she smiles and she just kind of puts her finger up to her mouth and then puts it right on the inside of the circle of mushrooms and flowers.
I hold back Balto from trying to eat it.
Yeah. And she stands up next to you. She's like, all right, well, now if you'll turn around so that you just see the treat in your periphery, the very, very edges of your sight. This will be quite a treat for you, I think.
All right, I do as instructed.
The moment that, because she turns around completely, she knows what's happening. So she has her back to the circle and the husk, and the moment that your field of vision gets to like right where you would imagine if you turned any more, the candy would be gone from your field of vision, the candy actually disappears.
Does it look like something grabbed it, or just like dematerialized?
Just gone.
Like a shroud went over it.
Like the moment you're like, oh man, if I go any further, it's gonna disappear. It disappears. The thought almost makes it disappear.
Immediately turn back.
Yeah, it's gone.
Balto, and I look at Balto.
Hasn't moved.
Does Balto look disturbed at this moment?
He is confused. His head is tilted. One ear is straight up. The other one is floppy.
Okay, so I'm not the only one. Okay.
But she goes, excellent. They accepted my offer. Very nice.
Is this the Fey folk that you were talking about?
The fair folk, yes. And you see that she pushes some of the shrubbery aside where she put the tree, and she plucks a little 4-leaf clover. Excellent trade.
So is this what you do? You feed you indulge this Fey, and they provide you with flowers in return?
Sometimes. Sometimes you want to preemptively treat them if you're going to invade their space.
Oh, I reach into my pocket, in my pockets, and I probably have maybe
Jerky.
1 or 2 pieces of jerky left that I did not give to Balto.
Yeah.
And I'm just like I look at Marigold as I'm like placing it out. I'm like, am I doing this right? just
The concept is stellar. I'll let them respond in their way. But she turns her back to the circle. And there's a little bit of shaking in her shoulders. It's like she's giggling.
I'll sit crisscross applesauce in front of this.
Like looking dead at it?
Dead at it, just to see if any movement. And then I'll close my eyes.
Yeah. The moment you close your eyes, you feel this moist kind of pat against your forehead. And there she looks down at you. Have they responded? I heard something.
Yeah, I guess. And I felt a tap on my face. So
the jerky is sitting on your lap.
Okay, I guess jerky is not what they want.
No, they prefer sweet and savory.
Understood. And
she hands you the 4-leaf clover. She goes, I think you're going to need this more than me.
Well, why do you say that? Don't say that. Last time somebody said that to me, something happened. I start mini panic mode.
And she kind of holds out her hand. She's like, it's all right. It's just depending on the temperament of whatever Fae was here, you might have a shadow for a little bit. So this might help you moving forward.
Okay, what do I do? I just hold it?
Keep it on yourself.
Okay, I put it into the I'll just put it inside the garment that I'm wearing.
Yeah, she closes her notebook, her sketchbook, and she goes, I would find some candy if I were you and come give a proper offering. Before tomorrow, preferably, but you look like a strong young man. You can take some punishment.
I'm sorry, what?
And she laughs. It's an exaggeration. I'm sure nothing bad will come to you. It was a pleasure to meet you, Frecky Broadside. And she nods.
It was a pleasure. Before you go, Marigold, I have to ask. Forgot to tell you, I myself, and the group that I am with, actually, my traveling companions, we're actually heading north as well. I take it that you can handle the road on yourself, but in case you want company, I don't think that we would be against you coming with us.
All right. I will take that under consideration. I am not traveling with any haste, however, so if you are pressed for time, I might not join you, as I am in no hurry to get to where I'm going.
Oh, completely understood. And sorry, I hate to impose one more question. I understand that you don't speak with the dead, presumably.
Correct.
Could you point me in the direction of somebody that could help me with said endeavor?
Ooh, I haven't been looking for anyone like that, but from what I understand, here in Eisen, you would want to find what's called the Hexen worker.
Hexen worker.
Mhm.
Okay.
They will help you.
Yeah. Okay. And in my head, I'm like, well, the last Hexen worker didn't help me find what else. We're half and half at this point.
Yeah.
So I'm like, yeah. So I'm like,
0.5 batting average.
Marigold, it was indeed a pleasure. Thank you for that.
And you see that she picks up what looks to be a long bundled up like sleeping bag, but it's not wound up lengthwise so that you roll it up on its width. It's been rolled up on its length instead. And you can see that towards the top it kind of blossoms out like a flower. You've seen that kind of wrapping before. She's hiding a weapon, and she puts the strap around her neck and bows one more time. Be safe on your journey, my friend.
Of course, I hope that you never have to brandish that. So be safe in your journey as well.
I will, unfortunately.
I don't understand. Please tell me more.
That's a story for another time, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
she starts to walk away. You see the little trail that she leaves every so often as the sword's weight just kind of dips down with her gait. It is a massive two-handed sword. Clearly a claymore of some kind.
Yeah.
It's bigger than she is.
Yeah. Are you sure you don't need help? That looks...
She turns and... I'll be fine, thank you.
I mean, I guess it won't be hard to find her. Just find somebody that's carrying a sword that's twice the size of her.
Right?
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and try to find the closest shop or rest or place that's selling food that has something sweet that I could actually come by and drop off here, because
Okay.
I'm not about to upset another kind of spiritual creature.
Yeah. Just racking them up, baby.
Yeah.
But yeah, inside the tavern where we left Carlos, you'll see the 3 players wrap up their set. Some of the people eating lunch clap. One of the patrons actually goes over to the bar, and you see him pointing at the 3 of them. The bartender nods and starts to pour a mug for each of them. You are muted. Always good for one.
I raise up. I look at the bartender. I like, so he sees me.
Yep.
I go, like, their food, I'm paying.
Okay.
And because they're done with their performance, I pull out my guitar because it's a song I'm still working on.
Yeah.
I just I keep trying. I'm just playing along with it, trying to figure it out while I'm eating. And I'm listening to see what I hear. Anything interesting among the other people?
The people that were there when you got there, day to day, it sounds like they're the couple that left when you got there. It looks like they were travelers.
Yep.
And after I would say like 15-20 minutes since the band finished, you see another group come in, also grumbly and frustrated, but you'll hear them talking about how no one warned them that the north gate would be sealed off without traveling papers.
Okay. Interesting.
But you see the young woman that was playing the hurdy-gurdy come over to your table.
Senora?
May I sit and join you? She sits down. You see her cut her sausage and just dip it into the mashed potatoes and just take a big forkful of both of them. We don't get many guitarists around these parts. What brings you to Stockbrunn?
Visiting some friends and making new ones.
Oh. A man with friends is dangerous. So I was told.
A man without friends is unpredictable. And far more dangerous.
I would only agree to this because a man with no friends has nothing to lose.
My point.
But also, a man with friends can be very dangerous, for he is never alone.
Fair enough. So what is that called? And I point at the instrument.
Well, I call her Brigitte, but the others call it a hurdy-gurdy.
I have never seen one before.
And she turns it around for you to investigate.
I look at it and I try to a little bit, and I'm probably totally lost. I'm like, I don't understand this.
You see that there's a knob attached to a wheel. There's keys like a piano, but it also feels like there's some kind of bag, like a bagpipe or a accordion. It looks like it is an instrument that should not make the noise that it makes.
I know how to play a piano, but this it's a little beyond me, and I hand it back to her.
And she opens up the top of it, and you'll see that running along the inside are the same kind of piano padding for each of the keys, but it's 4 lines, 4 wires, almost like a violin that run across, and you'll see that there's a very soft kind of velvety material on the wheel itself, which isn't like thin. It's a thick wheel. It's almost like two segments of a finger long, thick. And when she moves the wheel, you'll see that is what's vibrating the strings, and that's what's making the main noise. And then when she clacks the keys, she pushes up or pulls them down, and it changes the note altogether.
What kind of a mad scientist came up with this?
It is definitely not a normal instrument.
Nope, not at all, but it sounds amazing.
Yeah. May can come in at this point.
As soon as May comes in, I wave her down.
And she looks, she's like, "Oh, I apologize. I did not know that she was spoken for. I will excuse myself."
Oh, no, a friend. No, just friends.
And she does look at May. Is this all right, Fräulein?
Yeah, why would it not be?
I have respect. I do not wish to poach in another person's farmland, as it were.
Nein, we are just collecting friends. This is fine. If you, please, poach away if you like. It's no problem.
And I just look and smile. You've gotten your permission to poach away.
And she'll pull her instrument back to give May space. Please, join us.
Dankeschön. Oh, you play?
Yes, I was taught by my father.
Oh, that's good. I haven't heard one of those played in a long time.
It is a marvel that your friend has never seen before.
Well, he walks in different circles and different countries.
This is my first time here. I've only been really Castille and Venice, and that's pretty much it.
A fellow traveler, obviously.
Mm.
So, what are we talking about, or is this just?
We're actually
instrumental?
talking about music and this amazing device. I've never seen one before, and
I
she
was
just
showing him
me.
the inside of the device.
Mhm.
Ah, okay, no problem.
No. You have not missed much, Fräulein.
Oh, I've been walking. It's okay. Apparently, we have to go to Fischler.
Oh, are you looking to travel north?
Yeah, apparently we need traveling papers.
The Iron Prince, unfortunately, has made people have to go to him to find the papers to go north.
Stunscheist. He's gonna try and close the lake
What is
soon,
he?
so they
Has he
can't.
come into some financial troubles and is trying to find a way to make up for them?
The rumors are that he is going to come into financial troubles. There are those among the courts that say that he is going to put a pause on fishing in the lake for some time.
Oh, that is going to not be good. Maybe we'll ride because of no fish. No fish, no food.
The traveling papers have forced people to travel to Fischler and back, so it has increased the amount of times that people come and go.
So we have to go to Fischler now to go and get papers.
Lovely.
To return, so you may be
Who is
allowed.
this Fischler person?
Dying Prince?
I've never heard of him before. I'm new here. Remember, I don't know
No,
anything.
I was confirming that who you wanted to know about is what I was asking.
Yes, the one do we have to go and talk to get these traveling papers?
Think of the worst person you could ever think in politics,
Yes.
and then times it by 100.
Ah, dear God.
He is not going to help you on this. He's even turned his back.
See, the problem with the prince is that where does one start, honestly?
Everybody has something they want. Clearly, he's looking for something. Nobody does something this brutish without seeking something in return.
We have a saying here. I will try and translate it so you understand it in better ways. He who has small hands and a small dick never understands how to grasp the world without trying to poke it through the center.
Okay, it makes perfect sense.
You're welcome.
But I would still be amazed if he's doing this just because. There has to be something.
No, he's doing just because he wants to pretend he is the king or the major prince.
I'm not quite sure. Fair enough.
You can't.
Regan can come in at this point if he wants.
So I
come in like kind of like a little disheveled, not disheveled, like a little preoccupied. I see them. I'm like, hey, and I walk to the bar, and I'm like, do you guys have anything sweet? I've been trying to look for something sweet. Please, candy, anything.
Oh no, we have apple infused cider. It's a stout that we tried once with some apple pie.
Oh, you have apple pie.
We do have apple pie.
Okay, I will take a whole pie.
Very well. And he goes into the kitchen and comes back. It should be ready by dinner time.
Thank you so much. And I'll take that apple cider infused thing that you were talking about. I'll send it to that table. That gentleman over there, next to the one there that looks very flamboyant and flashy.
You see him hold up his hand. He's like, "Oh, I'll give it to you immediately." And he grabs a mug, and you see him pour this light yellow, light brown liquid into the mug, almost like a 3 or 4 fingers worth, and then he tops it off with a stout and gives it to you. There you go, my friend.
Like a black and tan.
Mm-hmm.
I go ahead and I take it. I'll walk over to the table, and I look over. I notice that there might not be space, so I'll just grab a chair from somebody else, and I'll literally sandwich myself in between, like, squeaky in between myself in between May and Carlos.
Yeah. And the young girl across the table was like, there was plenty of space on this side.
Oh, I know why he did that, and then I moved my chair closer to her.
You have done this before. Cunning.
Mace is like,
wait, what's going on? Oh, hi. By the way, my name is Freki Broadside. Nice to meet you.
Oh, it's very nice to meet you.
One of the friends I've collected.
What is that? And I just point. What is?
It's a hurdy-gurdy.
It's an instrument that we play here.
God, I don't mean to be rude, but that's a god awful name for an instrument.
It keeps people from learning it.
I missed the show, didn't I?
No. Yeah, well, you did, but you know what? I have, and I just get the guitar.
We will be performing again for dinner, if you would like to stick around.
Sure. As I just need to get back to this small park that's towards the north part of the city. I just need to drop off a pie.
Your what?
A pie? Yeah, they make apple pie here apparently.
You're delivering a pie to somebody?
Well, it's got to be sweet because if it's, I tried jerky and then they smacked me in the face. So
why didn't you just tell us that you needed some work? Now you're just delivering food around town?
May goes into her satchel, pulls out 2 butterscotch hard candies, and just puts them in front of Freke, going, "You could have asked."
¿Qué está pasando?
I did not know. Oh, I grabbed those. I literally chugged the rest of whatever that crap was, that black and tan. I put it down and go, it was a pleasure meeting you. And I turn around and I leave the place.
I have a question, because I don't know if this exists in Castille, because I know it's Spanish.
Yep.
The Spanish call them duende.
Oh, yeah, gnomes. Yeah.
Would this make me go, eso que está pasando?
No, because duendes don't want sweets. They want savory.
You're right. Okay, never mind.
And they slapped me across the face when I tried to give them jerky. So
yeah, but as Freki rushes off, the young girl is just like, "Your friend is very energetic."
Yes, he is.
Yes.
So,
don't let Balto eat the pie. Then he won't be good for anybody.
I'll take care of that, and I'll eat the pie. It's fine.
What? You're not going to be the only one eating the pie. I would like to eat something.
It's big enough for us to cut into pieces.
Oh mein Gott, die wirklich ist eine rote,
And
porque
she
estamos
motions to the bartender, and after a quick nod, he'll disappear into the kitchen and come back with a plate for me.
Oh, danke.
Bangers and mash.
Oh, my favorite. She'll go right into it.
Yep.
Best thing ever.
Yep.
So I got this song I've been working on.
God. Wait,
Okay.
I'm not there.
Yeah, I know. You're lucky.
It's actually a good one.
Sure.
Well, I just have a problem with this one, and I start getting along with the string, but then there's that one spot I keep messing up. I keep like ending. I'm like, I don't know how to end it.
Let us try something different then. And she motions to the young girl that was playing the violin.
Yeah.
And she asks for her bow.
Oh, the last time I played with somebody with a Oh, wow.
And
There's when she gets the violin,
Mhm.
as soon as she hits the first few strings.
oh no,
there's a little...
she's not playing the violin. She's giving you the
Oh,
bow.
okay, got it. Oh,
She goes, instead of using your fingers, perhaps you should try running the bow across the strings.
I'll give it a shot. I'm always ready to try new things.
It's very weird. You're not used to it, so you don't get the right sound out of it. It sounds like a cat being run over by a car.
You know what? Let me play this one. And I start to play a song that I use also the guitar as a drum. You know what I'm talking about? That style.
Yeah.
And I play a song, Por un beso. And I translate it, I try to translate it into like the common English.
Yeah.
And the
old
song
saying.
goes, for one kiss, I'll fight a duel. For two, I'll steal a horse. For three, I'll sail across the world. But for four, my friend, I'll break my own heart. But it's a rowdy, like, song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And after the first verse, as you go into the chorus of your song,
Mhm.
you see the violin start playing.
Ah!
It just matches you energy for energy.
Mhm.
And then you'll hear the young man on a cajon come in and just echo your pats, but play like finger tap the cajon as you're bouncing on the strings.
Mhm.
And the young girl with the hurdy-gurdy just stands up on a chair and starts clapping along to the beat. And slowly you'll see the rest of the tavern pick up.
This is the first time that May would see me glowing.
Mhm.
Like the smile is like contagious.
He is sitting there quietly eating and just letting all this go around her, going, this is actually, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And when we finish the song, I am laughing my ass off. Like that very joyful, like old Cuban man laugh.
And you hear once you finish a song, there's one last clap, the room goes quiet, and then everybody just starts clapping.
I just, and I go like this to the other performers. Like I will to them. And I thank you for playing with me. I needed that.
You are not bad.
Thank you. I've always been better at horse riding than playing the guitar, but my mother insisted that I learn it. And I find joy in it.
One must always find joy in life. Otherwise, what is the point?
That is true. We find joy where we find joy where we find it.
You should look at me. Do you play an instrument, violin?
Well, oh, no. I never learned. Sorry. I was not talented enough to know how to do such things.
You just never had the right teacher, I think.
It was never a part of my education. We never had music much in that house.
That is very sad.
Family was soldiers.
And she looks morose for a moment.
So, meditation, learning how to fight, I can do that. It's sadly enough, I do not know how to play such things, though it is nice and pretty. I'm not very accustomed to it. Apologies.
No.
I have a question. When I listen to her speak,
Mhm.
do I think that she would have a singing voice?
No.
Okay. Then I keep my mouth shut.
But she picks up her instrument. I thank you for the time and for your company. And she just kind of lets her hand linger on Carlos's shoulder. I must go back to my friends and find out what we will be playing tonight, if you'll excuse me.
Mhm.
And she leaves May and Carlos to their own devices.
If you want to go over there and talk to them, you're more than welcome to.
Oh no, I fully plan to, just not immediately. Let her talk to her friends a little bit, and I'll make my way over.
Oh, I thought you were going to talk to the whole the whole group.
Oh, I definitely will. I'm definitely going to spend some time with her.
Got it. Okay, that's yeah. Okay, well, well,
Jesus.
Yeah.
some things I don't need to know. This is fine. Okay. Well, I know that you will be this tonight, so at least you know that we need papers, and we have to go to a different city now to get papers. So I suppose spend the night how you wish.
Well, I got this rooms.
Oh, you did. Okay.
Yes, and I hand you your key.
Thank you.
I got one
Yeah.
for Baltor. So he has his own room, and we have our own rooms tonight. What?
I don't know what Baltor's going to do alone.
I didn't think you wanted to sleep with the giant dog.
No, the dog sleeps with me. What are you talking
The
about?
dog sleeps with.
That's what I mean. I got I got their own room.
Oh,
both
okay.
of them. Yes.
Look, I'm so used to saving. Ever since we got that dog, I swear to God, him and Frankie have been a married couple. He's been together more with that dog than I was with my husband.
But that puppy is so beautiful. He's such a sweetheart.
Oh, I know. I used to raise wolfhounds. All my children had them. I had my own.
So you understand a boy and his dog.
Yeah. I understand very well.
So, but anyways, thank you for joining me for food. And I would to apologize for what happened.
For what happened where?
I lost my temper.
When?
When I shot her. I say it really loud, but when I shot her.
Out under the bridge. At least for me.
No, it's not that. There's a name that she mentioned. That the not she mentioned. The person you questioned.
Yeah, the leader.
Yeah. I haven't heard that name in a while.
Okay. Is this good or bad?
You see this look of like sadness? Like.
Okay.
It depends.
How bad is it? Look, I'm not trying to go into the matters of your heart, but I'm actually wondering more in the information level of, is this going to hurt us or is this going to help us?
To be completely honest, I don't think it's going to do anything to us. But the fact that the mask
so it's just
threw me off.
Oh, so it's going to mindfuck you and then let you think irrationally for a bit, and then you're going to act more on emotions and logic.
Oh, no,
yeah?
no. If I see her, I'm probably going to kill her.
Oh, it's a love-hate relationship. Okay.
Well, in a duel, there's only been one life I've ever taken.
Yes, and then you set that person free, yeah?
Yeah, but the point is that I didn't want to take that life.
Nobody wants to take a life unless they are prepared to do it, and you weren't prepared, but you did it. Own up and realize it was his time.
But she
But-
pulled on fate to make it happen.
Okay. So what do you want to do? Pull fate to make it happen for her?
Seems fair.
When you deal with fate, my friend, fate gets very, very tricky.
I know.
No, you don't. You have no idea. Before you met me, and when I started this journey, my hair was almost white. And it died as fun does.
Hmm.
I put fate a lot. The reason why your hunters wanted to kill me is because of what I am. As I said to Engel when I met him ages ago, my power is to help people and kill the monsters that hunt us. I don't kill people. I kill the monsters. And sometimes, unfortunately, people turn into monsters.
You can say that again.
People turn into monsters.
Some people are monsters.
Agreed. If she is a monster and not a person, then fate has already decided her lot. Has it not?
I don't know.
You don't know, or you haven't decided to believe she's a complete monster or not, and you have faith that she may or may not be redeemed. Oh, don't play those games with me. I see the clockwork ticking in your head. Especially your face has subtitles, not only in Castilian, but in other languages too. You wear your heart on your sleeve, my friend. It's easy to know what you are thinking.
I used to.
No, you still do. You just pretend to think you don't. To make you feel better at night. I saw you. I saw you playing. Don't tell me what I did not see.
I love playing music.
And you come alive.
I do.
And you open up yourself that way.
I do.
You become an open book, my friend. You don't hide things as well as you think you do.
There's some things about me you do not know.
Yet.
I'm more than just a charming face with a beautiful voice.
Oh, yes, but also you're a quick, cunning person that does duels, and you are also a killer at times, which I'm not even worried about. On top of that, you're slightly, sometimes a little bit arrogant.
Hmm?
Mmm.
I take this as a cue to now walk over there and start flirting.
Okay.
And May will just pull out a book and start reading.
As as May pulls out her book from her bag, you open the page, and a slip of something falls out of the book and hits your lap.
Okay.
It's a familiar shape to you. It's rectangular, has the rounded corners. There's this beautiful Vodachan design. It's a card. It's oversized, though it's not a playing card. And turning it around, it is a tarot deck card for the Wheel of Fortune. The same design that Cat would pull on.
Did would that mean something that he is part of the wheel?
You don't know.
Hexenwerkers are in every town.
Correct?
She is a Hexenwerker and known for it.
Correct.
She will let him go do his flirting. She still has all the other cards too.
Mhm.
She will go. She will just quietly leave, let him do his thing, and she will go to the local Hexenwerker shop to see if she can find a book on these playing cards or these tarot cards.
You go and you see that there is an older gentleman, kind of almost like a Kris Kringle type, big fluffy white beard, the kind of donut of white hair around the bald head, rotund and jovial as you come in. Good evening, come. What can I help you with?
Hi, my name is May Dietrich. How are you?
Oh, I have heard of a Lady trick in the south. Are you the same?
Yeah, I am.
And he'll go over and close the door to his shop and pull down the shades, the curtains, and you see him pull out a silver ring that he puts on his ring finger, and it has the symbol of the Kreuzritter. He goes, "Is this familiar to you?"
Yeah. And she will actually pull out her own and show him.
Very well. Shall we sit over tea then?
That would be lovely. I have a couple of questions.
I will
One
try
just-
to help.
Plopped into my lap, quite literally.
And he starts to boil water, and he brings you an assortment of leaves and herbs to make your own infusion.
Mm-hmm.
And he'll bring out a little saucer of cubes of sugar, or he'll also have a little kind of Winnie the Pooh ceramic jug, like the brown and red stripe with a little honey dipping stick for honey itself. And just put it all out. Like it is the equivalent of an Eisen Japanese tea ceremony. He's put out a very special lace to set the tea on. There's a little wooden plate that's going to be holding the teapot itself. The cups are the finest porcelain. It is almost a show as he is setting everything up for you. And as he finishes, the pot starts to whistle. So he goes over, he pulls it off the fire, and he brings it over. He sits down, he claps his hands, and then holds them palm up in front of you. How may I help you, Dietrich?
You'll pull out the Wheel of Fortune card and go, this literally came out of my book as I went to open it to read. I have a couple more of these as well. I know the Recitation. I do not know this magic. I wonder if either you do or you have a book or something that I can learn from to understand what I'm being told.
He looks it over, puts it down, picks certain herbs and dried fruit and some different pieces of leaves and such, and he'll wrap them all up in what looks to be a rice paper and just put it in the cup and pour himself in a wide circle, just the hot water, very slow, very meticulous. And then he'll put the pot back. And as he grabs one of the cubes of sugar, he stops. I think I have this book that can help you. And he very gently doesn't plop the sugar in, he just places it at the top of the water line and then just lets it go. It's the smallest of little drops shoots up out of the water, and he gets up, goes over to a kind of dresser and pulls a key ring out of a pocket and unlocks a drawer. And as he opens it, you see that there are books that have been placed downwards so that the spines are pointing up. And he grabs one and closes the drawer and locks it back up and brings it over to you. I was fortunate enough to have spent some time in Vodach, and this is what I've managed to learn about what they call the Strega. They are the witches that can manipulate the fate and destinies of those that they know, but never themselves.
I see. Okay. This then would be something. May I use a purchase, or may I borrow it, or copy it, or something? I don't wish to take from your personal collection, of course.
There are stories up here of your exploits. It would be an honor if you were to borrow it. Yes.
My exploits?
Correct.
I did not know that it was known here.
There are many stories of your encounter with the Wolfman.
Oh. Yeah. I've heard that there is this thing that the church has. I have seen it worked once. It's a bottle, and you put these drops in your eyes, yeah?
Yes, the Castilian alchemy.
I have my family behind me, and the murderer behind me too. How does one set them free and send the murderer away? They are ghosts. They are no longer here.
Without the knowledge of how you came to see them, we cannot begin to understand whether they are in fact tied to you or they are manifestations of your guilt.
It would not be guilt, unfortunately. I was knocked out during the entire attack. I did not know until 6 months later when I woke up.
There are stories of survivors that feel guilty for having survived. Perhaps this is something that you are facing. It is unknown. It is a condition that has no ailments. There are no fevers or scratchy throats to denounce it. It's simply a thing that happens. I am not presuming to understand your life, Medidric. I am only offering you observation as someone that has worked with those kinds of people.
No, I understand. I appreciate it. From what the person said to me, I turned around and tried to tell them to go and to go in peace. From what I was told from the person who saw it, I did not see. They ran towards. They tried to run to be free, and from what I was told, the wolfman, the one. Okay, so my husband killed our assailant, but in the same time as he killed the assailant killed him. It was just that how it happened. This assailant then went to kill down all the ghosts as they were trying to run free, and then as they all died, they popped up behind me again.
Does not fit in any of the manuscripts that I have come across or helped to write about any interactions with ghosts before. This is something entirely new.
May I ask you when you talk to people, if something like this was to pop up in conversation, you could write to me and let me know if you may find something like this?
I will ask some of my more worldly associates, if you would prefer. I will not give them any names, of course.
No. I mean, at least talk to them about maybe this being rare, or maybe there is something that can alleviate their pains. You know? I mean, I didn't want the dead walking with me. That's just cruel.
I understand. I will ask.
I appreciate it.
Mechanically, this has cost you one of your favors.
Yeah, I know.
But
Yeah,
you start with 2. So I brought you down. I brought you down to 1.
Yeah, I appreciate it. But definitely with the book, I would love to read it. Try to understand this.
Yeah,
so
no, please.
Random cards falling down, and you're just going, I don't understand what the universe is telling me.
My shop has existed here for almost 2 decades now. I don't see myself leaving. You know what to find me, May Dietrich.
I appreciate it. Do you find any recompense for this or no?
No. This is how the order works. And he stands up and starts to open up the curtains again.
She will sit there and drink the tea because he made it.
Yeah.
Gotta be polite. And you'll turn into more pleasant conversation if customers come in.
Yeah. And somebody comes in asking for help with a goat that has trouble, in a birthing situation. And he gives them topical, use this or boil some of this, feed it that. And if it doesn't help, I will come out to your homestead kind of thing. But otherwise, it's just you and him talking about different things. And you will, again, get confirmation that Fischler has made it so that traveling north through the mountain path, at least, is going to start requiring a kind of visitor's token, a mark, so that the patrols don't stop you and fine you for your travels.
He'll appreciate it, and then after enough time, she'll politely thank him and leave.
Mm-hmm.
And then head back to the inn to go to her room to read for a bit till dinner.
Brecky, you drop off the 2 butterscotches. You are muted, sir. Look at you. Pulling a cub. Nope. Wow. What'd you do to your thing?
You're muted on Discord.
Ooh. Can you... I didn't mute you, so I don't know what you did. Look at you sabotaging my game. What a jerk. All right. we'll come back to you, and hopefully you figured it out. But Carlos is talking to the band, and they actually invite you to join them for the dinner performance. And another muted player. Fantastic. That's great.
I would love to. Sorry, my dogs were being really loud. I didn't think you wanted those sound effects.
I don't actually. Yeah, because
I would love
they have a tendency of clipping you. So,
Okay.
Yep.
I'm back on. Sorry about that.
Hey, there you are.
Okay.
But we'll stay with Carlos for a little bit, and you play with them. It's not difficult to follow along. And the hurdy-gurdy player does make it easy for you to kind of hop in. Like, she is very much looking you in the eye and just kind of like showing you the notes that she's playing.
Got it.
Like, she's being very very inviting as far as like, look at where I am, listen to where I am, and I'm gonna go over here now. With her body language.
Okay.
But yeah, same thing. Dinner. The place gets packed. This looks like a place that all of the locals know and cherish. Like they have a good way of business. You gonna keep trying to woo her?
For sure, bro. Come on, man. One of my advantages is come hither.
Okay. Just want to know if you were just playing the field or if you actually wanted to.
Oh no. I am not sleeping alone tonight.
Okay. As you were playing with her and the rest of the group, there does come a song where it's just her and the violinist, and the drummer, the cajon player, just kind of like will put his hand on your guitar and just kind of keep it there.
I'll flip my guitar. So I just
but he just kind of motions and he points to his ear and just kind of nods at you. And there is no singer. Like, they have not had a singer. Like, the two girls and the guy cannot sing to save their lives. But the way the violin is played during this rendition and the way the hurdy-gurdy supports it, it almost sounds like an aria. You can hear the non-corporeal song fill the space. There's this voice that just cries out from the violin, and there's more than a couple of people that are wiping away tears from their eyes when the song finishes.
For a second, I have it reminds me too much of her. Like, my entire not wanting to sleep alone tonight, gone. Actually, no, fuck that. I would want to do it even more now because I need to get her out of my fucking head. I'm coming at this like a 25-year-old, like a 23, 24-year-old guy, dude.
Yeah. Jersey Shore, here I come.
Yes, I need to get her off my damn mind.
Yeah.
Probably not gonna work, but at least I'm gonna give it the college try.
Yep. That's a good way to put it. And as they play one more song to kind of leave everybody on a high note, and May comes in, we will now check in with the Butterscotch Thief. the delivery of butterscotch. Are you giving
The
up both?
butterscotch thief? No, that was
The
handed
butterscotch
to me.
thief.
It was
That's-
handed to me.
That's gonna be the name of my first module for Rotted Capes, the butterscotch thief.
I
you
like
go.
it.
I like that.
Yep.
But really what it comes down Frecky on the way over there,
Mhm.
he's going over, he's trying to get an understanding of what he saw. The reason why the tree called to him, other than the fact that the actual abnormal surrounding by it, it's also that spirits, or it's literally blessed by thunder, by lightning, was this tree, and that is that is the All-Father speaking.
Mm-hmm.
Whether or not people want, whether or not they understand that is the All-Father. That's touching down on Earth. So this has some kind of significance. So I still think that this is somehow connected.
Mm-hmm.
Whether or not Marigold thought it could very well be something that she knows. I still, in my mind, think it could be something else. So I'll sit crisscross applesauce in the same spot I was in.
Mm-hmm.
I grab one butterscotch and I just place it in the same spot where I would imagine I put the jerky, and I close my eyes for that second.
Okay. You open your eyes and the butterscotch is gone.
Okay. And I look around to make sure there's not an animal or anything around me. Cool.
No animal.
All right.
It looks like there is somebody across the street who is lit a cigarette and kind of looking at you with his head tilted to the side.
I wait for the guy.
Yeah, cigarette and the finger just.
So I sit back and I go in. I don't know how this works, nor do I know if this works or not. I offered a gift without any kind of recompense, so I hope that this second one, you're not offended by what I'm asking. If you are indeed a spirit that is a connection between between this world and the other world, I would hope that you could give me some solace as to something that could help me. The last time I went into something this supernatural, I almost died. Oma Varge is what she is called. Or Wolf Mother. I ask that, if nothing else, that you can at least maybe provide me or give me some insight on how I can better prepare myself against such a powerful person as this, if you know who I'm speaking of. And I place the butterscotch in that same spot. And then I close my eyes once more.
Your eyes open because of the smell of tobacco. And you see that sitting in the rock that Marigold was sitting in earlier is the gentleman with the cigarette. And he's got the butterscotch in his fingers.
After I close my eyes for a second?
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry. That wasn't for you.
And he brings his hand up to his chest like he's insulted. Takes a drag of the cigarette. And who is this for exactly then?
I can't see anything that's going on in that screen that's next to me whatsoever.
Mm-hmm.
In the tavern, she is having a conniption for no reason. She
No
has
reason
no understanding
whatsoever,
as to why she's having this conniption,
No
but
reason.
she is freaking out in a full panic for some reason. Um, my apologies. Were you the one that took the first one that I offered?
Oh, no, I would never take another man's candy. You said this isn't for me anyways, and he'll put it back in the circle.
Well,
Go on, love. Feel free. And in front of you, you will see the candy disappear.
In front of me, it just disappears.
Mhm.
Like I don't see anything, movement, nothing like that.
Nothing. It just is there 1 second, then it's not.
I get up and I dust myself, my legs, my knees off on the ground.
He gets up and he starts to dust you off as well. Here. Let me help you with that.
I'm so sorry. Forgive my manners. My name is Freki Broadside. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance out here. I'm sorry. Who am I speaking with?
You can call me Mr. Moonsilver.
Moonsilver.
Now, Freky's not your real name, right? You Vesten do things quite differently.
I take it you've run into more than one Vesten in your travels.
I have. What are you named after? Some family hero? Some great-great-grandfather? Are you named after your family dog? I knew a man like that once. Archaeologist he was.
I smirk a little bit. Yeah, I take it you're not just a mere man. And I apologize if there was any offense for what I said earlier.
What gave me away?
Yes, Freki was actually my former companion, my dog that passed. Yes.
And you hear, damn it, and his hand is outstretched, and you see a small bitten butterscotch is placed in his hand. I'll take my payment, thank you very much. And he pops it in his mouth.
May I ask? I know we're not alone, but who is joined with us by chance?
Oh, they're not joined with us, but they're always there. You know how to look for them. You were given a gift today, one that you did not earn, by the way. Cheeky fella.
And I pull out the 4-leaf clover that I have. Is this what you speak of?
Oh, aye. Symbol of luck.
I know that wasn't earned, however, as a gift, it was provided to me. And, I take it as a gift. If I could give it back to her, I would, but unfortunately now it's in my possession.
Good fortune given can never be returned, unfortunately.
I've heard that.
I have no fear. I won't let any harm come to her. She won't bounce back from, at least. She has a purpose. The other good folk won't let me remove a piece so new off the board anyway. We all have our games.
He starts talking like that. Have I ever heard this kind of verbiage before? As far as the way that... I take it this is not your homeland either.
No. We're never far, like I said. And anywhere you find the good circles. The good, and he puts his hand, like he actually crosses into the circle and he puts his hand on the husk. There are always markers if you know what to look for. Come. Touch the husk with me. Commune with nature.
You're not gonna. The last time I communed with anyone supernatural, I almost died.
That is
Please
bad
don't
fortune.
please don't take offense if I'm a little hesitant in doing this with you.
No offense taken, and he steps back out of the circle.
Given the fact of how well you were able to pierce through me in terms of my name and obviously where you found me, I imagine the name Omavarge is something that you've heard before or seen.
I have heard her name before, yes, and he grabs you by the elbow and is like, "Let's have a walk. Take me back to your friends."
So this walk, like, I can feel that even if I tried to pull my elbow away, it's not going anywhere.
You can pull it. You can pull it away.
No, I'm not. But I just want to know how forceful this person.
Not at all.
You know that I'm with. So I take it you've been watching me for a bit. Then, if you know that I'm not alone.
Since you first stepped foot in my circle, yes, of course.
And I look back at the circle, and was this before or after the tree was kissed by thunder?
Oh, after. I've never seen you here before today. But you were kind to Marigold, and being that I'm a patron of hers, I find that I can repay this kindness.
Sure, Mr. Moonsilver.
What is it you require, Freaky Broadside? One named after his dog.
I was actually trying to find a shaman, Gladrar, if that could help commune with spirits. I've recently have found that not only has my mother passed, but recently so has my father.
My condolences to you, my lad.
I was told that they're around me as we speak, but
our ancestors are always around us. You of all people should know this.
But Mr. Moonsilver, you would also know that being a Vesten, if we have passed from the mortal coil, that we would not be here, but in the Great Hall with the Allfather. And the only reason why we would be still on this earth as a spirit is because something terrible has happened. So I'm just trying to find out what that is.
How important would it be to find a shaman for yourself?
To at least get some information, if I wouldn't have to scour for a shaman, if I knew someone that could at least help me communicate.
For the small, insignificant price of your true name, I can make sure that the shaman is made available for you wherever you find yourself on the morrow.
Mr. Moonsilver, I know you're a clever being, probably much smarter than myself. However, I'm not going to get bitten by a snake twice. Last time I provided any name of sort, I was only saved because my mother decided to leave Valhalla in order for me to be brought back to this world. So
it seems you have your answer then, doesn't it?
Half, but half answers not whole if for some reason my father is still hasn't crossed over to the Great Hall.
Maybe he's waiting to
But
sacrifice himself for something that yet to come. Freaky broadside. Named after his dog.
Now, Mr. Moonsilver, I take it you're going to be nice if you're going to see the rest of my group. Is that right?
Oh, I'm just walking you back to your abode for the night. I want to make sure that there are no vipers in the streets that are looking for you. Looking to cause harm to my new friend. We are friends, yes? And he holds out his hand to you.
Well, yeah, I put my hand out and I shake his hand.
Friends then, Freaky Broadside. What a delight we are.
Now, as we're walking back to the tavern, I would imagine you would maybe show me how said vipers and shadows would be around.
Oh, I could, but you already have the means for that. I would not dare take away your self-worth. You've already called upon them before, Freaky Broadside, named after his dog.
But I wasn't able to see them. Someone else was able to see them.
What would the Allfather think of you relying on Vaticine alchemy now? Ooh. Your place at the table is getting further and further away, my boy.
You seem to know a lot about me and my life, Mr. Moonsilver. I take it that this walk to the tavern could be a little bit more of a rush. I start walking a little bit faster.
He puts his hand on your shoulder and he's just like, consider me invested, my friend. Now that we are acquainted. I don't want any harm to befall you. We have much to see and much to do together, I think. You and I.
Is this something that's more of a benefit for you in the end of all this? Or for both of us?
We are friends. Why shouldn't we both make out like bandits? And it gives you a wink.
As long as it comes to no harm to anyone that I care for, then by all means.
And you see that he puts his cigarette in your hand. But when you look down at it, it's actually a piece of licorice.
Okay. I hold on to it and I'm just put it in.
Should you ever need to speak to me face to face, Freaky Broadside, named after his dog, take a bite of the licorice. The more generous the bite, the more information I'm willing to give you.
How big is this piece of licorice?
Maybe 4 inches long.
Okay, good.
So you could put the whole thing in your mouth if you want to ask one big question.
Yeah, and
or
then
you could take nibbles.
A hard pill to swallow. You flatter me with your generosity there, Mr. Moonsilver.
What are we if not friends? Generosity is how we say hello. And he claps you on the back. You have a safe rest of your trip, Freaky Broadside, named after his dog. And he starts to whistle as he walks away.
That whistle, does he whistle anything in particular?
Why do you recognize it?
Well, at least the shrill part in the beginning sounds a lot like what I heard before Oma Varge showed up and introduced herself to me. So that immediately perked my ears.
Okay. If it sounds familiar to you, it sounds familiar to you.
Yeah. Just like, it's almost like a fever dream. Yeah. Look around.
But as you walk into the tavern, you'll see that Carlos is walking towards the stairs with the young girl that was playing the hurdy-gurdy. May is at the table reading over a new book, it looks like. One that you've never seen her with before. And as you are reeling from your interaction with a Fey Lord, I think this is a good point to call it for tonight.
You fucker. Of course, there's a Fey Lord.
Thank you guys, and thank you to the audience for joining us. I hope you guys are having a good time with this story. As always, I want to give you guys a chance to plug whatever you're into. So let's start with you, Mr. Named after my dog. Freggy, what are you up to? Where can we find you online if you want to be found?
I'm just going to let you know right now, I'm glad that I did not give him my name.
So am I. Because as soon as he offered that, I was like, oh no.
Like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
You dodged every fucking attempt I made to have you be like, just be in his servitude. You're going to be fine.
Yeah, I thought he was going to go, well, my name is my name.
Yeah. No. So I was just like, nah. If it wasn't for the fact that we've already ran into Wolf Mother, I probably would have been like, yeah, sure. Let's do all this. Touch the tree. Go upside down.
Yeah, take my soul. It's okay. But yeah, what are you up to? Where can we find you online?
Yes, you can find me online. My personal account is Mr. _ with the underscore in between each word. You can also find me either playing music with Black Cat Miami. You can find this on Spotify under Black Cat Miami, or you can find the TikTok account Crit or Die Bears Love Gaming. I'm currently playing Claire Obscure Expedition 33, and so is everybody apparently in the world talking about it.
Bro.
And that song is still stuck in my head, even though it's a royalty-free song that they took and they remastered it. They remixed it themselves. It's still really good. Also, shout out back to my parents that are apparently online again and watching this and trying to figure out, still what's going on, because I know for a fact they've never watched anything that involves Fae. They probably are going to ask me what Fae are, so I have to explain that to them.
Perfect. May, what are you up to? Where can we find you online if you want to be found?
I live on the internet because it makes life so much easier, like playing here. You'll find me here every other Tuesday and every other Thursday, either being the daughter of a god or trying to handle this mess. It's fine. It's all fine. Otherwise, you'll see me usually on the weekends turning around and choking Yarn. Why? Because if I strangle Yarn, I was told I would not go to jail. Why? Because that's how I put my anger and frustration. It's hooking, not knitting. Know the difference. Thank you. I love you all. Also, you also find me Wednesdays for 10 weeks on McStabbers. I may or may not be actually with Ravenous playing Dark Ages on McStabber Studios. And then we are starting Saturday for another 10 weeks of Chicago Hidden City this Saturday. So I'm slightly busy.
Yeah, busy. And Carlos, what are you up to? Where can we find you online if you want to be found?
On Instagram, you can find me under StatMonkey. I am currently getting ready for Origins, which is in like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And on top of that, I am also getting ready for Gen Con, which is another month after that.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, and I'm still typing along at Rotted Capes. If you are at Origins and you find me at the Gathering, I will be running random pickup games playtesting Rotted Capes.
Nice.
Show up with 4 of your friends or whatever, and I will throw a pre-gen at you, and you can tell me what you think of the system.
Excellent. So yeah, do check that out if you're going to be at Origins or Gen Con. As always, we can be found here running Vampire the Masquerade 5th edition on Mondays. We can have Werewolf of the Wild West alternating with Scion 1st edition on Tuesdays. We have 7th Sea, like you saw today, alternating with Legend of the Five Rings on Thursdays. You can catch me over on Wednesdays at McStabber Studios, as well as this Friday, where I think it will be my last stint as the 3rd worst brother in all of Kansas. But the best sire 2 years running, just so you're aware.
2 years running, baby.
2 years running, baby. And you may see us at the end of the month for a special Saturday miniseries. I am waiting on confirmation from 2 more people to round out the crew that I think is going to be very interesting given the time period we're going to be playing in, and the setting of the game itself. It is Modifius, so if you've seen our Dune miniseries, it is the same 2d20 system, so it should be a lot of fun. But as always, we also take mental health on the channel very serious, so please, if you feel like you need help and you're watching live, there are phone numbers going up in our Twitch chat. They'll be in the description box if you're watching on YouTube later. Also, there is a link that you can kind of click on or follow. It's findthehelpline.com to find the resources in your area if you're not in the United States, or you don't do well with phone calls and text messages. Like, it will help you find the outlet that best suits your needs, but just know that there are people out there who want to help you, who are trained to help you, and all that requires is that first step. So Joe, always remember that you're not alone. You're not alone in this, and that you're not an island. There are supports out there for you. All you got to do is reach out your hand. So please take care of yourselves, be safe, and we will see you when we see you, everybody. Have a good night. Bye.